China's deadly, never-seen-before coronavirus has now been found in 4 other countries, including the United States. The total number of cases has risen to at least 440, with 9 people confirmed dead.
Now, in the coming hours, the World Health Organization will meet to decide if the virus represents an international public health emergency, and if so, what should be done to contain the outbreak. Airports around the world are stepping up health screenings on passengers arriving from Wuhan in China, the epicenter of this outbreak.
The first case in the US was found in Washington state. A man in his 30s is now under observation. He recently returned from Wuhan. Washington Governor Jay Inslee, though, seems to be playing down the potential risk.
There isn't a risk level that would suggest people should be doing anything differently than they normally would. Like I said, this is not a moment of high anxiety. We should all do exactly what we always do, which is this is flu season. So we wash our hands, we cover our mouths when we sneeze, and when we are ill, we stay home from work so we don't expose other people to infection.
Well, meanwhile, the city of Wuhan has set up stricter measures to stop the virus from spreading even further. CNN's David Culver is there and he joins us now live. Good to see you, David. Now, you travelled to Wuhan by train from Beijing. So what were people telling you? What have they been telling you about this? And, of course, what are these stricter measures being put in place to try to contain the virus?
Hi there, Rosemary. Good to see you. Yeah, coming to you from what is the epicenter of the coronavirus. It is from here that this is believed to have spread out and is now causing this growing concern. As to your point on as to coming here by train, that was interesting. I mean, we're wearing a mask, and that's something that when we boarded the train, health authorities have been saying that they would encourage people to do that amidst a massive holiday travel season. I mean, this is generally when hundreds of millions are traveling for the Lunar New Year. And we saw leaving Beijing about half the number of folks wearing the mask. When we got on the train, that number seemed to go up, especially as we approached Wuhan. 5.5 hours later, when we arrived getting off the train, it seemed like 95% of the people were wearing these face masks. And going around today, I would say that number is pretty consistent for the most part. You'll notice people, unless they're eating, walking around, well, you see it right here. Most everybody that we're even near having these face masks on. Now, coming off the train, it was also worth noting that one by one, each of us passengers had a thermometer put to our head, and they were checking to see our temperature and seeing if we, in fact, were running a fever. And then they would let you continue on through. Today, we also made a visit to the wildlife and seafood market. That is where health authorities here in China today said that they do believe that is the source of the coronavirus. It is shut down. It is blocked off. It is guarded. No one in, no one out. And even as we got out to try to get some exteriors from a distance, security came up to us and asked us to leave rather quickly. We went to another market nearby to try to see how folks there were dealing with all of this, given that they are living amidst a lot of unknowns, uncertainty. And one vendor there told me that they are seeing health inspectors come at least 3 times a day. It was a fruit market, and they are normally bustling this time of year, packed. This is leading up to one of their biggest holidays. It was empty. She said that she is somebody who travels from another city. She came in to sell her sugar cane. She said it's simply no business. Her daughter and loved ones have been calling her saying, please leave the city, come home, it's not worth it. She said, I can't. Financially, I can't risk the loss. Looking around here, I mean, this is pretty empty, to be honest. I mean, you've got to think about Fifth Avenue leading up to Christmas, right? It's normally packed shoulder to shoulder. That's the celebratory mood that you're usually seeing. Here, it's not the case. Streets are mostly empty in some parts. The folks who do go out are being mindful as to what they're doing and what they're wearing more than anything else, Rosemary.
Yeah, a lot of people across the globe very worried about this. Talking there with our David Culver, who is at the epicenter of the Wuhan coronavirus. Many thanks to you.